I'm Ro Khanna from California. I want to echo what all of my colleagues said. A new precedent has been set in America today. Before this, we had the Trump rule. Trump defied, as all of you know, a congressional subpoena with the January 6th committee. He said presidents don't have to testify. Now we have the Clinton rule, which is that presidents and their families have to testify when Congress issues a subpoena. And that means that Donald Trump needs to come before our committee and explain what he knew about Epstein and explain why we have not had a full release of the documents. We also need other people, part of the Epstein class, to come before this committee. If President Clinton can answer questions, many others need to as well. I was pleased to see Congresswoman Nancy Mace today calling for Howard Lutnick to come before our committee. I believe we will have the votes to subpoena him, and we will work with Ranking Member Garcia to make sure that he comes before our committee next.
A couple questions. Go ahead.
Mentioning foreign intelligence. BBC, Virginia Jeffrey never accused the former President Bill Clinton of wrongdoing, but she did say that he visited Epstein's island, that she saw him there. But the former president say he never went. You mentioned Howard Lutnick several times. We know that he claimed to cut off ties with Epstein, but then was found to have visited the island. So who do you believe, Virginia Jeffrey or President Bill Clinton?
Those questions are actually going to be asked today in this deposition, so we look forward to those questions.
Just a short time ago, your Republican colleagues said that there was some type of exchange yesterday with the secretary where she was screaming. What is your characterization of what happened?
I hope that the Republicans release the actual video unedited immediately, because to say that the secretary was screaming, I think is beyond a mischaracterization. What happened yesterday was a disgrace. To be asking about UFOs, Pizzagate, conspiracy theories, you yourself are going to see the types of questions that she was asked to defend her husband, not directly to her, not information about her. I think they need to release the videos right now. You should all be let in this immediately.
You guys have talked often about the precedent being set by President Clinton appearing here today as it relates to President Trump. Is the way that President Clinton answers these questions today also setting a precedent? If he evokes executive privilege or says he doesn't remember, could that set the stage for President Trump to do a similar situation?
I think it was telling that Secretary Clinton did not take the fifth one time yesterday. She answered the questions. That information needs to be released. I think it's important that President Clinton do the same. I think he will answer questions today. I think that President Trump needs to man up, get in front of this committee, and answer the questions and stop calling this investigation a hoax. And we've got to go in. Thank you all very much.
That was the Democrats on the Congressional Oversight Committee. Robert Garcia is their ranking member. We also heard from Maxwell Frost, who happens to be the youngest Congress member. James Walkinshaw, Suhas Subramaniam, Wesley Bell, Yasmin Ansari, who spoke to James earlier, and Ro Khanna. I should just say it's important to know that Donald Trump has consistently denied any wrongdoing. The White House insists he has been totally exonerated on anything relating to Epstein. Let's go back, though, to our US correspondent James Matthews, who is there. James, it's fascinating stuff hearing separately from the Republicans what the Democrats had to say. They don't want this to be in public. It isn't. They want the tape of yesterday's questioning of Hillary Clinton to be published. I don't think it has been yet. And they also want Howard Lutnick, who was obviously fairly senior in the administration as well, to be potentially subpoenaed and bring evidence and give evidence too.
Yeah, that's right. There's a lot going on, Matt, isn't there? And these transcripts, or that video footage from Hillary Clinton and subsequently of Bill Clinton, that is due to be released. And it sounds like it will be quite the show. All this talk of questions around UFOs, Pizzagate, that infamous conspiracy theory. These were the questions. That's the territory that it veered towards yesterday. You had Hillary Clinton, who was angry. There was certainly an episode when that picture was tweeted out. She stormed out for a period of time. Nancy Mace said that she was unhinged. So there will come the time when we can examine it frame by frame and make our own minds up. That's the argument of the Democrats. That's what the Clintons wanted, actually, but the Republicans said no. And I was interested that James Comer was talking. He was banging the transparency drum. I suppose the obvious question to that was, well, open the door. Let us see it. That would be full transparency. But Comer was interesting. He's the Republican chair, the main man on the Republican side. Interesting characterization, I thought, of today's events. I mean, he called it historical. I presume he meant historic. But men and women of great power, he said, and great wealth from all across the world have been able to get away with a lot of heinous crimes, and they haven't been held accountable, haven't had to answer questions about what they knew when they knew it. Today we hope to be able to do as we did yesterday, continue to bring some of the most powerful people in the world to answer questions. So, I don't know, that's his characterization. Sounds like a man who smells guilt, who senses guilt, but he did add that, Bill Clinton is being accused of no wrongdoing. Much to question him about. Words and pictures, those infamous photos, of course. Matt will update you over the course of today.
Certainly will, James. Thank you very much indeed as we await the arrival of former President Bill Clinton, who's going to be questioned by that Congressional Oversight Committee, much like his wife Hillary was yesterday.